Hello everybody on YouTube, this is Super Nintendo and welcome to another episode of Let's Ramble. So this one is going to be a little different than the previous ones I've done because this one is more of a general channel update to kind of let you guys know a couple of things that are going to either be changing or just letting you know what's going on behind the scenes. So, the first thing that I should probably talk about is my Let's Talk series on MCU Spider-Man Sucks and Here's Why. I'm not having a whole lot of fun making these, and here's why. I understand this is all me, and I'm the one who's really behind this, but let me just kind of cut to the chase. The MCU Spider-Man Sucks and Here's Why series of videos were some of the first scripts that I wrote for Let's Talk, and I still hadn't really gotten a whole lot of handle on how it is that I make scripts. So, if you notice why the flow in these videos seems to be a little off, in addition to just me cutting in every so often with my real self to kind of add in additional points, that's why. It's because I'm still going through the growing pains of making a script, learning how to make scripts and how to kind of incorporate that into my videos, because to let you guys in on something, I'm not a very strong reader, as you guys could probably tell from some of my Let's Plays. So this sort of thing didn't really come natural to me. I do think I have gotten better with practice, because I have been working on some Let's Plays or some Let's Talks that are going to be coming out much later, that have been worked on much later, as opposed to my MCU Spider-Man Sucks and Here's Why series of videos, where largely I left the scripts as is. So I think this is why I'm not really having a whole lot of fun making these. I still want to make them, but I think what I might do is I might just trash the whole series as it currently is and just restart the thing from the ground up with new scripts, new editing, new everything. Simply just because I'm not happy with how these videos are turning out. And I feel like I can do much better. Additionally, my Homecoming section of these videos had a really terrible audio glitch that kept appearing, and it took me a while to figure out how to get rid of this glitch. I'm not going to bore you all with the technicals of behind the scenes of how I had to get rid of this, but the point is I figured it out, and it took me a while to figure out how to get rid of it. But these parts of the videos are still always going to be there, unfortunately, for the videos as they currently are. And let's be honest here, I don't tell a whole lot of jokes in these videos, so it's just kind of a slog, not just for me, but I'm assuming also for you, the viewers, to just listen to me for literal hours of bitching and complaining about these movies, however valid my criticisms are, without adding in some, like, entertainment value. So I think what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be scrapping the Let's Talk series as it currently is, with the exception of the Broly video, because that one was my first one, and this was also before I started scripting my videos, so it kind of has a little bit of sentimental value, I guess you could say. Even though it still has a lot of the same issues that I just talked about. So yeah. Additionally, I have a couple of, well, they were going to be Let's Talks, but I eventually decided on kind of making them their own thing I call Retrotober. Retrotober is going to be an event on this channel in which, for the whole month of October, or at least for, however many videos I can get out that year, I will be releasing multiple videos in a retrospective on some series that I really want to talk about. This series could be a series of movies, it could be a series of video games, it could be a series of TV shows, like a TV series. But, bottom line, it is going to be a retrospective sort of thing. And how I plan to do this is I release however many videos I can get done that year in the month of October, and we continue that retrospective basically until I have exhausted my line of videos for that particular retrospective. Then, assuming I can get a couple of videos done for the next year's retrospective, we start it again with a new retrospective. I think this would be kind of fun because I have a lot of series that I think I could talk about at length. And you know, like a lot of my stuff is still going to be Let's Plays, but this is ultimately something to kind of give me a little bit of variety, so I'm not, you know, driving myself nuts doing only Let's Plays or Let's Talks or whatever. As for my Let's Rambles, those are coming, but I had some dental work that needed to get done, so I haven't been able to work on Let's Rambles for the time being. So, yeah, those will come when they're ready, but for now, I can't really do much of anything with them. I've also been in talks with some friends in regards to how I should handle my Certain Point of View series, because, full disclosure, on those particular series, during my initial work on A Certain Point of View, which for those who don't know, it was going to be a review series of the Star Wars movies from the perspective of someone who has never actually seen Star Wars. So, that was what that series was going to be. It was going to be me talking about the pros and cons of each movie, how much I like them, whether or not I think they hold up as someone who isn't a fan. Yeah, that kind of concept, unfortunately, is going to have to get scrapped because my initial run through these movies I did a couple of years back, and I watched, for this initial series, up to The Force Awakens. I did the original trilogy, I did the prequel trilogy, and I did the first movie in the sequel trilogy. I remember most of these movies still to this day, and it's been a couple of years. My initial plan was, because I wasn't happy with how these videos are turning out, I know it's becoming kind of a theme at this point. I was going to give myself some time for these movies to kind of exit my brain, because my brain is kind of like a leaky bucket and most things tend to leave my brain. For whatever reason, the information on these movies has stuck around in my brain, which could be a pro or a con depending on how you look at it. But unfortunately, this means the initial plan for these videos is unfortunately going to have to be scrapped. But I will still talk about the movies. I will still review the movies from that perspective, but it's not going to be as, like, first time review, first time watch, first time review sort of thing like it was before, unfortunately. So, I think that could still be a lot of fun. I still have lots of things I could talk about with that. Maybe I'll talk about that in a retrospective. Maybe that could be a thing for Retrotober. Who knows? But, yeah. I just wanted to kind of talk about this sort of stuff because I got another dental appointment tomorrow, and I just wanted to get something easy out that I could probably edit in a couple hours and have it out just in time. As far as scheduling goes, don't worry, my main Let's Play stuff is still ongoing. I have the next few Let's Plays already done, they're scheduled, or whatever. And I've already finished my 39th Let's Play with the 38th still in progress. So, don't worry. But, I think that will do it for this video, so join me in whatever my next video ends up being. Alright? Take care.
Sit on the sinking square window!